Late one night, Maggie came home crying and asked Pete if he loved her. By the next evening, she had vanished, her mother was cursing her name, and her brother was racing through the streets to kill his own friend. What happened during those few hours? Chapter 10. Jimmie had an idea it wasn't common courtesy for a friend to come to one's home and ruin one's sister. But he was not sure how much Pete knew about the rules of politeness. The following night he returned home from work at rather a late hour in the evening. In passing through the halls, he came upon the gnarled and leathery old woman who possessed the music box. She was grinning in the dim light that drifted through dust-stained panes. She beckoned to him with a smudged forefinger. "Ah, Jimmie, what do yez tink I got onto last night?" "It was day funniest teeing I ever saw," she cried, coming close to him and leering. She was trembling with eagerness to tell her tale. "I was by me door last night when your sister and her Jude feller came in late, oh, very late. And she, the dear, she was acryin' as if her heart would break, she was. It was day funniest teeing I ever saw, and right out here by me door she asked him did he love her, did he? And she was acryin' as if her heart would break, poor teeing. And him, I could see by day way what he said it dat she had been askin' orphan, he says. Oh hell yes, he says he, oh hell yes." Storm clouds swept over Jimmie's face, but he turned from the leathery old woman and plodded on upstairs. "Oh hell yes," called she after him. She laughed a laugh that was like a prophetic croak. "Oh hell yes," he says he, oh hell yes." There was no one in at home. The rooms showed that attempts had been made at tidying them. Parts of the wreckage of the day before had been repaired by an unskillful hand. A chair or two and the table stood uncertainly upon legs. The floor had been newly swept. Too, the blue ribbons had been restored to the curtains, and the lambrequin with its immense sheaves of yellow wheat and red roses of equal size had been returned in a worn and sorry state to its position at the mantel. Maggie's jacket and hat were gone from the nail behind the door. Jimmie walked to the window and began to look through the blurred glass. It occurred to him to vaguely wonder, for an instant, if some of the women of his acquaintance had brothers. Suddenly, however, he began to swear. "But he was me friend, I brought him here, dat's day hell of it." He fumed about the room, his anger gradually rising to the furious pitch. "I'll kill DJ, dat's what I'll do, I'll kill DJ." He clutched his hat and sprang toward the door, but it opened and his mother's great form blocked the passage. "What day hell's day matter wid ya?" exclaimed she, coming into the rooms. Jimmie gave vent to a sardonic curse and then laughed heavily. "Well, Maggie's gone to day devil, dat's what see." Said his mother. "Maggie's gone to day devil, are yez deaf?" roared Jimmie impatiently. "Day hell she has," murmured the mother, astounded. Jimmie grunted and then began to stare out at the window. His mother sat down in a chair, but a moment later sprang erect and delivered a maddened whirl of oaths. Her son turned to look at her as she reeled and swayed in the middle of the room, her fierce face convulsed with passion, her blotched arms raised high in imprecation. "May God curse her forever," she shrieked. "May she eat nothin' but stones and day dirt in day street. May she sleep in day gutter and never see day sunshine again. Day damn." "Here now," said her son, "take a drop on yourself." The mother raised lamenting eyes to the ceiling. "She's day devil's own child, Jimmie," she whispered. "Ah, who would think such a bad girl could grow up in our family, Jimmie, me son. Many day hour I've spent in talk wid dat girl and tole her if she ever went on day streets I'd see her damned. And after all her bringin' up and what I told her and talked wid her, she goes tay day bad like a duck tay water." The tears rolled down her furrowed face, her hands trembled. "And den when dat Sadie McMallister next door to us was sent teh day devil by dat feller what worked in day soap factory, didn't I tell our Mag dat if she—" "Ah, dat's a neuter story," interrupted the brother. "Of course dat Sadie was nice and all dat, but see, it ain't de same as if, well, Maggie was diff'nent, see, she was diff'nent." He was trying to formulate a theory that he had always unconsciously held, that all sisters, excepting his own, could advisedly be ruined. He suddenly broke out again. "I'll go hell out a day mug what did her day harm. I'll kill him, he tinks he kin scrap but when he gets me chasin', He'll fin out where he's wrong, day damned duffer. I'll wipe up day street wid him. In a fury, he plunged out of the doorway. As he vanished, the mother raised her head and lifted both hands, entreating. May God curse her forever, she cried. In the darkness of the hallway, Jimmie discerned a knot of women talking volubly. When he strode by, they paid no attention to him. She lose was a bold thing, he heard one of them cry in an eager voice. Dear wasn't a feller come tay day house, but she'd try tay mash him. My Annie says day shameless teeing tried teh catch her feller, her own feller, what we useter know his fader. I coulda told yes dis 2 years ago, said a woman in a key of triumph. Yes sir, it was over 2 years ago, dad, I says, teh my all man, I says, dat Johnson girl ain't straight, I says. Oh hell, he says, oh hell, dat's all right, I says, but I know what I knows, I says, and it'll come out later. You wait and see, I says, you see. Anybody what'd eyes could see dat dear was somethin' wrong wid dat girl. I didn't like her actions. On the street, Jimmie met a friend. What day hell? Asked the latter. Jimmie explained, and I'll tee-ump him till he can't stand. Oh, what day hell? Said the friend. What's day use? Y'all get pulled in, everybody'll be onto it, and 10 plunks. Gee. Jimmie was determined. He teeings he kin scrap, but he'll fin out defnent. Gee, remonstrated the friend. What day hell? Narrated with Aura Reader. Turn your books, PDFs, and stories into natural-sounding audiobooks.